I thought was like kind of like fairy tale, I guess. Because online, at least in my experience in America, they talk a lot about like K-pop and cafe culture, and which is true.
오늘은 미국인 샤논 씨의 한국에서의 삶을 탐구해 보도록 하자.
I speak only a little bit of Korean. So originally I was in America before I moved, and I needed to find an apartment. So I was looking online through like Facebook groups and Craigslist and things like that, the apartments. Before I lived in like the Jamsil area, I wanted to try the other side. And then I found this particular apartment and I liked the park and the rooftop that I have. This is Gyeonggi-line Book Park, and it goes all the way down that way towards like Sogang University, all the way past Hongdae Station. It keeps going, but it's just a really long park. Kind of breaks up the city a little bit, gives you a little bit of time to breathe, nature, which I really enjoy. So I like living here in Sinchon. I will say gym is also really different in Korea.
샤논 씨는 매일 아침 헬스장에서 운동을 한다고 한다.
And then today we're gonna do legs and abs, a bit of workout. I have a whole like routine in America. Sometimes like the lifters, like the heavyweight lifters, they're like, like really noisy sometimes, but you have to take your shoes off to use the yoga mat. In America, no.
몸과 마음을 수련 중인 샤논 씨.
But I think like if you plan on living here, not just visiting, like signing up for the gym, it's hard to say like, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want. And there's kind of that barrier where I would say most people don't. And that's a common misconception. I feel like a lot of YouTube channels tell you that, oh, it's not that hard, like you can get by with no English and that's or no Korean, and that's true, but it's so much harder when you live here. Like travel, no problem. But living here is definitely hard. And then there's a lot of difficulty with like getting a bank account or signing like a lease for an apartment, getting a phone plan, things like that. There's not much of an avenue for foreigners to like get help if you don't speak the language, which is totally understandable. I feel like Korea kind of developed really quickly and foreigners only started really coming in like the last 10, 15 years. Started with like Papago and I'm actually taking a class right now at Sogang University. It's actually just a free language class for foreigners. Also like tried to make friends that were like both able to speak Korean and English. Have them help me.
샤논 씨에게 어떻게 모델이 되었는지 물어보았다.
I did more freelance work there. When I came here, I decided to, get in contact with some photographers and just going with my hobby. And when in doing that, I got scouted by an agency. It depends on your agency and it depends on how you structure your contract. A lot of times it's like 30, 70. Agency will get 30%, I will get 70. And models don't make very much here, especially foreign models don't.
I think it's a lot.
No. Like yesterday, I got booked for a job to work 9 hours and it was 300,000 won
300,000.
for 9 hours.
It is a lot.
It's kind of complicated because it's not consistent at all. There might be like 2 or 3 weeks where I don't have a job, but then I'll get like a job for 14 days straight or something. So it's very inconsistent, but the agency will bring me jobs or I can go like apply. I would say anyone coming here to do modeling, like someone that's living here to do modeling, before they start and use that as their full-time job, save as much money as you can. Don't ever, like, if you get paid a lot from one job, don't go shopping. Save your money because you never know when your next job will be. And you also don't know how much it will pay. Not one set rate, like for hourly. Depends on the job. So if I work for Samsung versus if I work for a small clothing company, the pay will be really, really different, right? I would just say be smart with your money. Don't go crazy.
한국의 카페 문화를 좋아하는 샤논 씨. 운동이 끝난 후에 항상 커피를 마신다고 한다.
You buy this?
Yeah. In America, there's like you meet someone and you go on a date, and if you guys really like each other, there's a phase where you're talking. Talking is like hanging out a lot, going on dates, and that kind of thing, but you're not boyfriend, girlfriend yet. Americans call it talking.
We call it some.
Some?
Yeah, S-O-M, some.
Wow.
Why?
I tried to, one of my Korean friends said that they don't have that sort of phase. Like throughout the day they'll text each other, but it's not like constant. relax. Like when it feels right, you text, but you don't feel the pressure to talk all the time. When I see you later, we have more to talk about. Like it's more exciting. Like interact with each other more. Here, it's been very like intense. They're just feel very passionate about like loving each other. But again, I think it depends on the guy, depends on the person. Not for everyone. I'm not Russian.
Because of your hair?
I think so. I think so. My hair. Even Russian foreigners will come up to me and they'll start speaking Russian and I'm like, я не русская.
샤논 씨의 앞으로의 한국 라이프도 계속해서 화이팅하자.